Hey guys, what's up, YouTube family? So today we're going to go ahead and do another episode of the Can Do Creators. This one is for our podcast playlist. Episode 1, launching a podcast in 48 hours. So I've already recorded the podcast on Clubhouse, and now we're going to go through the rest of the step, creating our podcast banner, putting it on the platform, our hosting platform of choice, and getting this podcast out. Are you guys ready for this? I hope you are, because I am. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Can Do Creators with your girl Cast, where we use the can do attitude and the can do mentality to get ish done. So if you feel like that fits who you are or who you're trying to be, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join your girl on this journey. Let's get it popping. Let's make this year the best year in whatever it is that you are trying to do. Okay, let's do it. Because if I can do it, then you most definitely can do it also. All right, then let's jump straight into this with creating a banner for our podcast. Yay. So here we are in Canva. The link is available down below in my description box. It is indeed an affiliate link where I earn a small credit if you purchase the premium version of Canva, which I highly recommend. But with the free version, we can do exactly what is needed in order to get a podcast banner. So let's go. We're going to type in podcast. And what I like the most about Canva is that when we click podcast, it's already in, okay, the size that you need for 99.9% of podcast platforms. Hip hip hooray. So I'm gonna go through, look to see which one I want. Like I said, you guys, I'm trying to keep this short, sweet, and straight to the point. I know exactly what I want the Can Do Creators podcast to look like. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick one of these random ones, and that way I can easily move around and change what I need to change. So we are on here. We have this lovely young lady, all of these wonderful colors. So right here, I remove that image. I can go into upload, where I can upload my own images, or into element, and I can look for an image. So I don't know, let's do podcast. Bam. And if I wanted to, I can implement something like this in that area. If I don't, delete it. Of course, they're going to let you know which options are free and which one are premium. You see pro. Since I'm on their pro, I can use this with little to no issue. But if not, then they have some awesome ones like this right here for free. Okay, bam. Next, we have the font. Background, if I want to go ahead and change the background, and we can make it anything. Make it this, make it that, make it this. I don't like none of those. I'm gonna go back to what it was before. And I will be right back while I go ahead and I use these features right over here to build the cover. I'm hoping it takes me less than 15 minutes to do so. Real quick, you guys, so what I am doing, I'm making the podcast banner. I literally just took the image that I created recently on Canva for Clubhouse and implemented into here, and I'm adding a couple of changes in order to spruce it up. Canva, it's a short learning curve, okay? I honestly believe in like a good 20 to 30 minutes of you playing around with it, you can learn how to use Canva good enough for you to create a podcast banner. And if you really need help, YouTube has plenty of great tutorials you can follow. I'll be back. And there we have it, you guys. I kept the same thing I use at Clubhouse. I feel like this is good enough. I added a little podcast icon right there because I thought that was cute, and it was a way to make it a little bit different than what I have on Clubhouse. And on top of here, okay, it says a series about what it really takes to be a content creator online. The podcast is going to be called the Can Do Creators, so honestly, the name did not need to be changed. I love the color, the design. I am pretty happy with it, and I can say this whole thing took me less than 25 minutes to make, which I absolutely love. We got straight to the point, did what needed to be done. I'm not over here trying to be perfect. The alignment of some things may be a tiny bit off, but you know what? It is what it is. Nobody's really going to be nitpicking those type of things. And if somebody is currently nitpicking those things, oh well, you got a lot of time on your hands, okay? With that being said, let's move on to the next step. Real quick, I didn't get a chance. You're going to go ahead and press download. They already have it for me in PNG. Okay, the size, you can do a transparent background, but in this case I'm not going to because I want this color background. And just press download and it'll be saved onto your computer. Now for our hosting, where are we going to host this? So before it was a choice between Anchor and Red Circle. Okay, I've used Red Circle in the past, a lot of great things about them, but our good friend and the individual who were interviewed on the very first episode of the Can Do Creators, launching a podcast in 48 hours, Dr.Kelz recommended Anchor. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and use Anchor because I also feel like a majority of people are going to use Anchor. So we're going to start with Get Started. We're going to fill out the information. And from there, we will move forward. So give me a second to fill out this information and I will be back. All right, and just like that, we are in Anchor. We do have to verify our email address with Anchor. And then from there, they have these steps that we're going to follow. So yay, make your first episode, set up your podcast, set up monetization, and get listener. I do love monetization. And they say this is optional. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and verify this email address so then I can start with this make your first episode. And once you are verified, that message is gone, so we can get started. Let's do it. So we can record, capture audio right from your browser, reuse your previously uploaded audio, add songs from Spotify to your episode, add listener voice message to your episode, and free music and sound effects. Okay, that is cool. Okay, allow. We could probably record an episode right on here. That is cool. Input. Hey, we can use our mic. So I do have a mic, a professional microphone that I purchased because I do YouTube. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my MacBook microphone. Okay, and then we're gonna press start recording now. So I'm gonna assume in order to do so, I have to pause this video in order for me to record with them. All right, I'll be back and I'll let you guys listen to it. And so there we go. We recorded. It's about what? It says 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Not bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It took me about 4 tries before I got, this. So it might take you some time, but it's okay. We're doing this in 48 hours. I'm gonna give you guys a quick preview as to what it sounds like. For the rest of it, check out the podcast. Okay, let's see, is it playing? Can we hear it? I can't hear nothing. Nope. I don't know what happened to our audio. Time to troubleshoot. Honestly, I'm not even too sure what happened, but the sound of the previous recording completely wasn't working, and I had to restart my entire computer. So yeah, it happens though, but let's check out this recording. It's about 3 minutes, less than the first one I did. Get out of it. I can't hear anything for this one either. Okay, Anchor. I'm not liking this at all. I've even attempted to download it onto my computer to see if I could listen to it, and it is not working. It is at the max. For some odd reason, Anchor is giving us this option, but they are not allowing the recording. Now, I am short on time. I don't have time for me to try to figure out why is Anchor doing this. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Red Circle. I've used Red Circle in the past. I wanted to give Anchor a try, but it's not working out for me. I'm not going to stress myself over it. I am just going to move on to a different platform that I've used in the past and that I know works. Honestly, I could have saved myself a good 32 minutes by just using Red Circle to begin with. But hey, you learn. So I went through the process and I created a Red Circle account. Once you verify your email, you'll get this page right here. And what I'm going to do is create a new podcast. Image, the name, category, contact email, author's name, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up this section and then I'm going to come back. Okay, there you go. That took a little bit longer than I expected. Over like, I say a good 17 minutes. I was expecting to do it in 10, but we're doing it. Okay, we have the image, the name. I kept my description short and sweet. I can always go back and add on to it. Primary category, entrepreneurship. Second, self-improvement. My email, name, and then I clicked on more option in order for me to fill out the additional details that Apple needs. Subtitles, where content creators link up. Apple summary, language English, all rights reserved. The external link, this is if you already have a website. This is not particularly a website dedicated to just my podcast. It is just my official Can Do Creators website. And then they also give me a custom link for my podcast webpage on Red Circle. With that, we're going to go ahead and click create, and bada bing. Oh, okay, this.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Can Do Creators podcast, a podcast dedicated to using the can do mentality and the can do attitude
fix
to
that.
Make things happen. So with this podcast, it is
and create. Woohoo! We are up. We have the podcast. Now all we got to do is upload the episode. Are you guys ready for the next step? I am. So right now, I done launched my GarageBand. I'm going to go ahead and create a quick 5-minute and under introduction to my podcast. I think that's very important, and then I will give you guys a snippet of it so you guys can see exactly how you can and should do your introduction. Okay, I did it on GarageBand, super duper easy. Let's listen to it real quick.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Can Do Creators podcast, a podcast dedicated to using the can do mentality and the can do attitude to make things happen.
Okay.
So
good enough for me. And that is good enough for me. Today, I don't need any background music. I don't need none of that other fancy stuff. I'll get to it later. We are just trying to get this podcast out. If you focus too much on perfecting this and that, you'll never get to it. First step to doing any of this is to get the product out there. You can perfect everything else as you go on. Okay, so now that we got this done, we're going to go ahead and save it, download it onto our computer, and then upload it to Red Circle. Okay, so we are done with GarageBand. I will do a video later on in the future showing you guys exactly how I use GarageBand for those of you who are having a hard time on it. But as of right now, I highly recommend just going through YouTube, or you might have another software that you're familiar with. Use that instead. You don't have to use GarageBand. GarageBand already came on my computer, so I used them. Bam. We have our description. The media is uploaded as an MP3 to this date. We don't have the feature for a video. That's cool. Subtitle. This is where you click on more option for you to get these additional options. That is great for Apple. Subtitle, external website, Apple summary, episode number. This is going to be 0. And season, not really a part of a season because this is an introduction. Full episode type, and if this episode is explicit, I would have the option to let them know. It is on the bottom, but it's not. And click publish. Oh, it has to be higher than 1. So I'm going to just go ahead and not give it an episode number because it's an intro. Bam! It is up. Introduction.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Can Do Creators
Honestly, I don't like this.
Can
I
do
don't like the that came through from, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all that. And just like that, I created a new one, removed that little sound that I wasn't liking. And red circle makes it super easy to switch it out. Let's update. And now let's give it a quick check.
Hey guys, welcome to the Can Do Creators Podcast.
Love it.
Dedicated to using the Can Do
Yes, it's exactly what I wanted to say. Perfect. Now we're not done here because guess what? This is up, but it's only up on Red Circle's platform. I have to do what needs to be done in order to push it to all the other podcasts out there. But guess what? Technically, we done it. We've launched our very first podcast. Yay. I'm like, guys, that's it. We did it. There's a podcast. There's a podcast episode up. An actual podcast exists. It's not on Spotify or Apple just yet, but we're going to make that happen. But according to the title, we did it. We've launched a podcast. And honestly, it took us less than, 2 hours to do this. Pat on the back, ladies and gentlemen. Pat on the back. But I am most definitely going to go ahead and push this to Apple, Spotify, you name it, because that's also part of the podcast process. But our very first podcast is up. Good job. So what you want to do is go into podcast right over here, and then all of this is going to show up. See, when you click on podcast, you're going to see a podcast. Click on it, and then we're going to go into distribution. All right. This is us having to get our podcast in all these different platforms. Apple Podcasts. Okay, I'm already on Apple. Distribute to Apple. So this is the information. I had to go into Apple and get this. Spotify. I am already on Spotify. So there's that. There's Stitcher. Amazon Music. YouTube. We had to upgrade. Google Podcasts. They automatically already distributed for us onto Google Podcasts, and then the radio public. It's already available on those platforms, which is so awesome. Yay. So I'm going to go through the process and get these information so I can fill it out and have my podcast on Spotify and Apple. Okay, so I did Apple first. I just put in my RSS feed. Super duper easy. They already have Can Do Creators up. And basically it's in a draft. It might take Apple between 2 hours to 24 hours to have it up. Okay, but click save and let Apple do what Apple do best. When it's ready, Apple will send me an email to confirm that my podcast is up and popping on their platform. So I managed to get it on Stitcher. I'm just giving it some time in order for it to get our cover image, but as you guys can see, it's on Stitcher. We did Spotify. It said it's distribution confirmed, but I had to follow your show Stitcher page, copy the page URL, so I had to do that. Okay. And to find that, all I had to do was go into promote show. It shows up. The link is right there. Copy that link. Go into red circle, paste, confirm. Bam, it's been distributed. Amazon Music. I'm not too sure about Amazon Music because this is a podcast, but I'll definitely check up on that later. Let's go back to Spotify and see if it's up. And ladies and gentlemen, it is up. It is up. I'm going to go ahead and follow my own podcast. Okay. It is up on Spotify. Yes.
Hey guys,
and it sounds amazing. Perfect. We basically, you guys, are done here. It is now officially on Spotify. We're just waiting for Apple to approve. I'm waiting for that email to come through. It might, like I said, take up to 24 hours. So whenever it is available, you guys will get the link in the description box. But right now, we did it. Good job. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. We've published our very first podcast. It was just an introduction, but nonetheless, we did it and it looks amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I feel really great. I hope you guys realize just how easy it is. Can you do it? Yes, you can. I just did it, so you can definitely do it. All together, minus the moments and times where I paused the video, I can say this whole thing took me about 90 minutes, right? It's fairly easy, super duper fun to do, and I believe you can do it also. I know you can because I just did it. Okay, I just did it. It is up. It is up on all these platforms, and later on I'll get it into iHeart and other places. But for right now, we did it. Okay, so I just clicked on Apple Podcasts, and so far this is what we do have. Here's the Apple URL. We're going to go ahead and click upon that because we need it for Red Circle. Submit for review. Let's submit. We found one or more issues. Frequency. Weekly. I am doing this weekly for you guys. Okay. Save. Submit for review. Bam. It has been published. And let's go into Red Circle and add this. And it has been distributed everywhere. Let's go into Apple Podcasts real quick. Hey, they're one of my favorite podcasts. And let's see if we can find Can Do Creators. Are we up? Is it up anywhere? All these other podcasts except for the one that I'm looking for. We're going to find it. Give me a second. And I had to write it just like this. And there it is, our podcast, Can Do Creators by Cast Demosthene. Click upon it. You can follow it. Be sure to go ahead and give us a rating. Write a nice little review for me. I would really appreciate that. Now that we are on Apple. And where is the very first episode? I'm not seeing our first episode. Where is it, Apple? Okay, it might take a minute for the first episode to show up, which was just the introduction, but nonetheless, I like the fact that our website is available. People can go to it. It actually takes people to the Red Circle website, which is okay for now. For now, that's perfectly okay. And here's my podcast website. It is loading up in a minute. The Can Do Creators. This is so nice. Okay. With that being said, you guys, that is going to be it for our video. I hope you didn't find this too long. I feel as if we did really great as far as maximizing time and maximizing our use of what we do have in order to have this podcast up and running. For me personally, it sounds good. It sounds like I spent a lot of time doing it, but you guys were here with me. It did not take that long. On the next episode of the podcast, which is going to drop January 10th, okay, every Monday, I'm going to drop an episode. I am going to go ahead and extract this podcast episode. I did this on Clubhouse. It is super duper easy, and I love using love using Clubhouse for this right here. What happened is what I'm doing, I am recording podcast episodes on Clubhouse using their replay option. They record it for me, and it also allows for individuals like you to hop on the stage and join me and to add in your input. So I think it's a great way to kill two birds with one stone. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. From there, I'm going to extract that into my garage band, convert it into MP3, and publish it onto Red Circle. The same exact process that we did today, just a little bit different. But that's all it's going to be. And I'm going to keep doing that every single week. And the really cool part about it is that with Clubhouse, it is so easy for me to create an episode, for me to just go on there, talk either by myself, invite somebody on stage, have a conversation with them, and anytime I'm ready to, I go on to Clubhouse, extract that replay, and bam, I publish it, and we have podcast episodes. Woohoo! Super duper easy. If you guys are loving this and you guys want to see more on the podcast series or anything else that the Can Do creators are doing, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Now is the time for you to hit that subscribe button. Join us, become a Can Do creator. Let's create content together. And if you haven't already, also check out our website, thecandocreators.com. The link is posted down below. Okay, we have an ebook coming up real soon, The Creative Entrepreneur, 21 Ways to Manifest the Life That You Want. So sign up for it right now. Don't miss out on it. It is going to be totally awesome. You guys are going to learn so much from it. And it's everything that basically helped take me from a life of hardship to where I am right now. So if you want to know how to maximize your life in order to reach your goals, that is going to be the ebook for you. We have a wait list that is available. So click on that link, sign up for the wait list, be one of the first individuals to get a copy of that ebook. And once we hit 10,000 ebooks sold, we're going to go ahead and drop a physical copy. And those of you who have the ebook, you're going to get a signed copy. So take advantage of that. You can follow Cast on all social media platforms as Incredible Cast. From Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. Be sure to connect with your girl on all social media platforms and on YouTube. All right then, with that being said, until next time, peace.